Micheal Fykes, born in Broadway Hospital. You know what I mean? I come up off the east side of Martin Luther King High School.
The police started lynching us, and what they called it was justifiable homicide. We're supposed to be living in a democracy, we're supposed to have rights, but when it came to young blacks and police, we had no rights.
I can recall the incident one time when one of my older homeboys, is like an uncle to me, Melvin Simmons, you know, was beat by the police off 126 in Compton Avenue. They're still doing the same thing they was doing back then in the 70s. It's still going on right now today.
Only on 19 Action News, we were rolling as a Cleveland cop struck a plea deal for beating a man in cuffs, and now we have the video.
Quote, it is sometimes acceptable to use more force than is legally allowable to control someone who physically assaults an officer.
Do it now. Put your hands behind your back. Do it now. Do it now. You're going to get the gun. Do it now.
Promoter, you know, and I went there to promote these new cats record that was coming out. To the best of my recognition, I tried to make a call to figure out what room these females was in that was supposed to be meeting us at this Holiday Inn Express Hotel. But in the process of them not answering the phone, I ended up sitting down and falling asleep in a chair by the lobby. You know, the next thing I remember is being awakened by a blow to my head.
About the plea deal first on 19 Action News. Ed Gallick live now with the tape.
Yeah, John Browning can never be a cop again because of this video, but he'll walk away with very little punishment and he'll still get paid a police pension. This video led to a felony assault charge against Officer Browning. Investigators say he beat a man who'd been passed out drunk downtown. You see a struggle. Then investigators say Browning hit the guy in the face with a nightstick even after he was handcuffed.
Next thing I remember is being at some hospital down in Cleveland being stitched up. You know, I had a hole in it where you could stick your finger through there. I had 3 or 4 cracked teeth. I had numbness in my hand, numbness in my left side of my face. It came from the punch, it came from the ASP baton, what they used to beat me when this incident occurred. Let's see, I was arrested and charged with a first-degree assault on a police officer. They kept me in the county jail for 3 days with no bail. I was unable to make bail. I was interviewed by the Internal Affairs. They came in and interviewed me. Once they interviewed me, a bail was set.
But Cuyahoga County prosecutors let Browning plead to a lesser misdemeanor charge. He recently retired, citing a medical disability. With this plea, he can keep getting his pension. We had to ask, why make that deal with a cop gone bad?
The defendant in this case, the Cleveland police officer, had been having some psychological issues. He has since then left the Cleveland Police Department, which was one of the requirements that we had, was that he had to leave the Cleveland Police Department, and he agreed to take a misdemeanor offense of assault in this case. The victim was aware of what the plea was on board with that plea.
The news said that it was a drunk man in a downtown Cleveland hotel causing a disturbance. I'm not causing a disturbance when I'm sitting in a chair asleep, you know? They came to try to wake me up several times. They couldn't wake me up. So they went back and said, well, we're just gonna let him rest for a minute, maybe he get up on his own and, you know, go to his room or leave or whatever, you know what I mean? But they end up calling the police out. What's going on in Cleveland, man? What everybody is just covering up everything. They lying about it. The prosecutor lied when he said that I was in agreement with this sentence this man received. That's a big lie. They never contacted me, my attorney, nobody.